So we had decided as a function within Unilever that we wanted to move towards standard ways of working and actually looking at standard role profiles with standard building capability.
Qedis focuses on the CIO and the IT transformation agenda, and specifically how SFIA can help IT directors and CIOs change the way their organizations operate. SFIA really is at the heart of all of that. It forms the basis of the functional model, how the organization should be structured, the roles, the role profiles, the competency models, the career paths.
What I've tried to do is build a flexible resource pool to staff a lot of the client-side roles on those projects. So the sort of the project managers, the business analysts, the PMO, the PSO, project support office, project management office, those sort of roles, and building a flexible resource pool that can be deployed to help various projects, as well as making sure that we're looking after the dependencies between those projects as well.
We've been looking for real world scenarios, working with businesses in the local area, working with charities, to try and make sure that the skills that we develop within the university that we've aligned to SFIA, we can actually tell the students that they've got credibility in the marketplace.
The classic really important thing is that line managers and their staff can have meaningful conversations around the skills that are required for the post and the skills that the individuals have actually got.
And that's one of the other strong uses for the framework. It's to identify that progression through, it's to identify individuals who have that strong capability, who with additional training can move up levels, who've demonstrated over the years that they have progressed through the steps.
SFIA brought to us an external benchmark. So for us, SFIA was that external best practice. And in terms of what roles, so what do you expect the individual to do within the roles and the level of that? Secondly, what skills does an individual need in order to fulfill that particular role?
You've got recruitment consultants involved, you've got people doing sifting, you've got your line manager doing interviews, and what you need across the whole thing is a common language to talk to. So that's where SFIA has been useful.
So we actually use SFIA and SFIA Plus to actually create, using the subject matter experts within Unilever, to go into SFIA and actually create a set of role profiles.
To make sure that every student that left our university, whether it be an undergraduate or a postgraduate, not only had transferable skills, group work, communications, and obviously academic skills, but adding to that, we could give them SFIA skills as well.
Identification of the skills that are required, the identification that the skills that people have got, that leads to the really focused development of the organisation and the individuals from a really firm base.
One area that a lot of people miss is identifying training needs. So if you've identified a particular competency needs to be at level 4 and an individual is assessed at level 3, that's a very good justification for giving them some training to get them up to level 4.
If we can really get SFIA at the heart of the organisation and how they are structured from the very top, the leadership team, all the way down, the competencies and the skills that are required start to permeate all the way down the levels in the organisation.
Skills framework needs to be made the bedrock of the performance management systems operating within the organisation, and it needs to be linked to the HR processes.
It is the industry standard for skills in the IT space, and is very closely linked to the profession and the development of the profession.
To me, it's actually a repository that doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. So we have used SFIA and SFIA Plus to help us to find that industry best practice. I even have people in America saying to me, this is exactly what the IT industry needs.